Hey folks, welcome back to the Plus Size Sweetie Pies channel. I've got Bella with me.
Hey everyone.
And of course I'm Chickie. Now, Bella and I went out for a night and we had this dress for Bella. And for me, I had this really pretty blue dress that we wanted to match the makeup for. So we started with Bella, and it was a lot of fun. Now, you must realize that I am not a makeup artist.
Neither am I.
This is probably, I can count on one or two hands how many times I've actually applied eyeshadow to myself. But it's a lot of fun, and it kind of is like its own canvas. So we're starting here with the
Urban Decay Primer Potion in Original.
Okay, there you go. And we'll be like highlighting each one of the
Products we used.
Yeah, the products that we used as we go through, because there's a lot of us just playing around and blending. So much blending.
Always so much blending.
I've watched too many beauty gurus with their blending. So I'm putting it on the outside because I wanted to give Bella a smoky eye look.
A very dramatic look.
Yes, but with a green pop to it because of that beautiful red dress that she had. So I think I started with yellow ochre.
It's golden ochre.
Sorry, golden ochre from the Modern Renaissance palette. Bella has an amazing collection.
Just started.
Just started, she says. Jesus. Let me tell you, I used like 4 palettes.
That is true. That is true.
So many palettes. Anyway, so I'm starting off with a wide fluffy brush to try to get a base down. I believe it's called a transition color.
Yeah. In our crease.
In the crease.
In the crease.
In the crease. Also, I apologize for the noise. My cat decided to chase kitty litter. He's a weird cat. But anyway. And of course, he only does it when, we're talking.
Well, of course.
Of course.
Of course. Of course.
So here, I believe I was going in with a lighter shade to blend out the yellow ochre. I don't remember exactly what it is, but I'll have it up in the
I believe
description.
It looks like it might be from the Tartelette in Bloom, but it could have been Tempera from Modern Renaissance.
Alright, so we'll have all of this in the description. This is really just us playing with makeup, so, take most of this with a grain of salt.
Mm-hmm.
More blending. So much blending.
Make sure you highlight that brow bone.
Apparently. And Bella has absolutely gorgeous brown eyes. So I think the green's going to look really, really good with it.
I think you're going back in with the golden ochre, I believe.
I believe so. Either that or one of the darker shades from the Tarte palette. That looks like the Tarte palette.
Yeah, it could have been Activist, I think, was the one that you used in the corner.
I used a cooler brown, and you can see me. I went in with Activist here and started blending in, and I asked her to raise her head because I was like, "Please help! I need to see."
Yeah, and you notice she's concentrating that in the outer half of my eye, making a nice V shape.
Popping it in to the crease,
popping
the outside,
in there. Making sure
of the outside of the crease,
create some dimension.
And my hair, don't just look at that wonderful editing hair.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I'm being super light with this, and you can see a bit of the fallout, but I gotta say the shades are really, really beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The shades, are quite lovely. So just you can
blend.
Yeah, blending, really, really soft. A little bit of fallout, but we just brush that away with a brush, I think, later on. Mm-hmm. You'll see.
think I also did clean it up with some makeup remover at the very end.
Yes, and you also I think you used a bit of concealer to make the edges a little bit sharper as well.
I used the makeup remover to clean up the edge, and then, yeah.
Bella knows more makeup than I do.
I watch a lot of YouTube.
Oh my god, so much YouTube.
So much YouTube.
So much YouTube. So who are some of your favorites? I think I like Thriftic. I kind of started with her.
You gave me Thriftic.
Yeah.
And I also watch Learning to Be Fearless, Vintage or Tacky.
Oh, Vintage or Tacky you got me into. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely watch her.
I used to love Loie Lane, but now she's doing mostly conspiracy theories and that type of video, which is fine. Paranormal stuff.
Interesting.
But I miss kind of her doing her makeup and fashion stuff.
I'm going back in with the lighter yellow ochre, the golden ochre, and blending that out at the top there. Oh, and
I think that's Activist for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely using Activist there.
Building it up.
Yeah, building it up, for sure. And my lovely hair again. You can tell we're new at this. Apologies, I have a ridiculous cat. If you're wondering what the noises are in the background. So yeah, deepening up the shadow at this point. Really kind of going into the lids. The crease of the lids. But again, I remember you saying that I barely brushed and it kind of like tickled because it was just so light.
Ticklish. And she was going a little bit further up from my crease as well.
Yeah, and then I asked her to raise her eyebrows, so I was like, I can see everything.
She's definitely created a bigger crease for me this night for a glam look.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun going out to that event. So blending. Tapping off brush, blending.
It's very important to tap your brush, people.
Making friends laugh while blending. Raise your eyebrows. Keep them up.
Do you know how hard it was to raise my eyebrows?
No, was it?
Long. It hurts.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it was alright, but like...
I mean, it looked... Beauty is pain and all that.
Exactly. Unfortunately.
And I think at this point I tried to put on the green right away. And that was from the Tarte palette. It's like, hello. That was from the Tarte palette that I tried. Watch, you're like, I think it's coming up. If I decide to... I was fumbling around with your palettes.
Yeah.
So many palettes.
But that's not even like a lot.
No idea what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. Girl can never have too much palettes.
If you say that. I can barely use one.
Oh, I don't think I'll ever use up all of them. All.
They're so shiny.
Especially the sparkly. I think I have too much sparkly eyeshadows now.
So here I tried to put on the green, and then I realized that it was I didn't have any, I didn't use my finger, or I didn't use a
spray.
Yeah, like a setting spray or anything like that on my brush. So at that point I was like, okay, that's obviously not going to work.
So put down a base.
Yeah, I put down what was the base? It was we'll have them all in the description again. But I put down a base that matched her the skin color of Bella's. And then from there, yeah, you'll see me blending it into both of the corners, so that it mutes some of that darker shade. And then I used what is it?
The MAC fix.
No, it wasn't MAC. It was from Smashbox. Oh. Smashbox primer water. That's it.
Okay.
So I used the Smashbox primer water, and then I dipped back into the Tarte palette. That glimmer.
I think it's Make Believe in Yourself.
Yeah.
Eye and Cheek. I believe it was a limited edition though. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry guys. It was really pretty.
It was really pretty.
We'll have all the links and descriptions in we'll have all of the shades in the description box. But yeah, so that's using the primer water really helps pack on the really pretty it was like a yellow green
Definitely like a gold green.
Yeah, like a pale gold green. It was beautiful. Looks really good with your eye color too. I think Bella thought I'd be a little bit more wild with the green, but I was like, no.
Well, she told me she was going to do a green look, and I had
It
one
was
image.
green.
I know, I had one image in my mind, and then of course we didn't look at it until it was done. So, not to say that it wasn't good. It was just not exactly what I'd pictured for it.
Like forest green.
Yeah, I think I was expecting more of a forest green to a light green or something. I don't know what I was
Punch you in the
expecting.
face with the green.
All of the green, you know. Can't skimp on that.
Yeah. Oh, and then okay, so here I am smoking out Bella's bottom lash,
and you can see me.
Oh my gosh,
struggling really hard to not.
You were such a trooper, though.
Oh,
I think
God.
it was an activist or trooper that I used in the.
Ooh, it might be. So
I think it was
for trooper.
She was a trooper for trooper. If that's the one, again,
sure.
all of these will be in the description box.
I struggled really hard to keep my eye open.
You did really well. I don't know if I could have done that. Anyway, so bringing it down to the lower eyelash, I've never done this on myself, but Bella definitely has the eye shape for it. So, and I think it turned out really, really nice.
It did, yeah.
You were quite happy with it.
Yeah, I do have a bigger eye shape.
You do. I have much less of a canvas to work with.
And especially because she had brought my crease up a little further than my normal crease shape, it even opened my eye more so that she could put the darker color in.
Yeah, and this is where we're struggling. So struggling.
I'm like, oh no.
And smoking out the bottom lash. We were trying so hard, guys. It looked good, but holy shnikes. You were such a trooper.
I'm like remembering as we're watching.
Yeah. The pain. But it did last all night, didn't it?
It did.
They were definitely really, really good matte shadows, for sure. Mm-hmm. And there we go.
This is the Urban Decay Heavy Metals palette.
Yeah. And they had a really lovely shimmer, I believe. It was the pink shimmer. I really like the pink shimmer.
It's called Angelfire, I remember that.
So adding in the pink shimmer to
the inner corner highlight?
Yeah. But it was complementary colors because you've got the green and like this rose
pink.
Yeah,
very like white pink shift kind of
but
color to it.
It really helped the green pop quite nicely. So that's what was in Bella's inner corners. There we go. I think you went yay. We're done.
It's done.
Okay.
Now I'm doing Chickie's makeup. So again, we're starting with the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Original. And I'm blending that with my finger. I'm making sure we have a nice canvas to start our look with.
I didn't wax my brows. I'm so sorry.
We already had this discussion, and I was like, I haven't had my brows professionally done in like almost 4 years.
No, I meant, but at least you had clean, like.
I don't know about
they
that.
Look good. They don't.
I don't know about that.
I should have done something about that.
It's alright. You do what you want with your own brows.
Guess so.
Alright, so to complement her blue velvet dress, I decided to kind of go with a blue-purple look for her. So you'll see I'm going to be using, at first, for the outside in the crease, I believe I used the Heavy Metals palette. I think it's called Ground. It's a nice dark navy blue.
There I am, not being able to be quiet.
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
Okay, so next time I'm going to raise my eyebrows for you. I'm going to hold it. So you have like
so
a proper flat canvas.
Now you'll know how much it hurts.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe I use a transition shade first.
I think so.
I think it
looks like, it's a really light color on the brush.
And I can't remember which one it was.
You also actually tried professional brushes for the first time.
Yeah, I've been using Dinky. I don't even know when or where I ever got these brushes. But I spend all my money on my palettes. And then I'm like, brushes are too expensive. And so I just struggle.
So these brushes that we were utilizing, most of them came from the Sephora
brand
set, I believe. Yeah. The professional set. A couple of them I had from MAC too, but I didn't use those as much.
I know I used only the Sephora one.
Yeah, I think so. That was all you really needed.
Here I am. I'm pretty sure this is when I'm going in with ground. Finally.
Hey, the transitions are
Transitions are important. That is for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm creating that crease for her, getting it in there, making a nice V shape.
If I would give you actual room to
darkening it up, making sure I blend.
Blend.
It is interesting doing makeup on a different eye shape because I'm so used to my own eye shape, and that's
Sorry,
how
I have like teeny little canvas for you.
I'm so used to doing that kind of technique for myself, and I mean it was alright. It was successful here.
No,
I think
it was pretty. It was pretty, and I really like the shade that she picked. That it goes with the dress really nicely.
Yeah, it was very nice, navy blue with sparkle.
With just a little purple hue to it. Mm-hmm. Or I guess purple cast. Would it be a purple cast?
Yeah, I would say.
Okay.
In that area.
And then the struggle to get the other eye while not going in front of the camera.
Yes,
that
struggle's hard. I went over the head. The struggle is real.
Hey, better than like my hair going in your face. I apologize for that.
We're new at this. If you didn't already know, sorry.
We were playing with makeup. This is us playing with makeup. Although it's a lot of fun.
It is. Like, especially when you're so used to doing it on yourself. It's nice to try something new on somebody else.
I think we'll do it again for sure, too.
Mm-hmm. Like, for Chickie, she doesn't do much eyeshadow looks for herself, so playing with it on somebody else was, like, a really nice treat for her.
It's true. I like playing with different canvases.
Mm-hmm. Making sure it's nice and saturated in color in that outer V crease.
Again, not lifting my eyebrows because we didn't think of it at the time.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much it would affect things, but that's okay. We figured it out. I have
such like squinty eyes, and I have so many like I don't know. I feel like my lids are thinner than yours.
Doesn't matter.
What do they call them? Hooded eyes? I have hooded eyes.
Yeah.
Which can be extremely annoying.
They can be. But we gotta work with what we got.
That is true.
Alright, here I am. This is the Make Believe in Yourself palette. I think that color is called Fairy. It was a nice purpley, bright color. I'm gonna use that in the middle to transition between the darker crease color. Kind of graduating into a lighter color in the inner corner eventually. Make sure it's nice and open and bright.
Yeah, that was a pretty color.
It was. I love me some sparkly eyeshadow.
Hey, who doesn't like sparkles and glitter?
Some people.
I have yet to meet one.
I know. That's why we're friends.
Yep. We like shiny objects.
Shiny things.
So many shiny objects.
Yeah. Again, packing on the color and blending between the two colors. Making sure it's a seamless transition.
I remember that. It's like,
gotta blend.
Blend, blend, blend.
Blend, blend.
Pardon my mewling kitten.
The kitty. Kitty wants attention. We know.
Always wants attention.
We know. Alright, and then I can't remember which color I used for the inner. I believe this is from that same palette. I would think it's Mystic, if I'm not mistaken.
Again, all
things will be in the description.
Will be in the description below. My hair got in the way again. Seems like to be a running theme.
Yeah, I believe it's a nice pinky purple light shadow. Again, opening up the eye for the inner corner, blending between the shadow I just put down and the one before it.
think.
I also used the highlight in that palette as well, in the deep inner corner.
That's right, you did.
To make it even brighter.
Yep.
Since it's a white highlight.
Gradients are good.
Mm-hmm. Especially in the kind of look that I was going for Chickie.
I was like, are we done? Nope.
Not quite. I was like, we definitely need some pop and highlight in here.
Highlights are good.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't get over how pretty that palette was, though.
It was pretty. Again, just making sure everything was blended. You can see it's all sparkly and shiny.
Hey, sparkly for a sparkly night out makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Always get to make weird faces when you're doing. Yeah, I am not used to dramatic looks.
Now we're done.
Oh, yay, we're done.
Yay.
As you can see, it's quite lovely.
She's happy.
I am. So I think that was the end of both of those looks. So yes, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll chat with you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.